Hey, hey, how's it going? Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Come on. Now you can still hear. Ah! Well, it's gonna have to be good enough. Anyway, well, I started recording on my other phone, but there's a storage issue, even though I just paid my bill. I don't know why this has to be a thing, but it is, and it's really inconvenient that when you pay, the bill's not just paid. You gotta maybe wait. And because stuff doesn't get paid when I paid it, I'm thinking the thing is paid, and then I go to pay for other stuff, and then come to find out later the first thing waits until the end of the month when you paid at the beginning to actually come take the money, and then they're like, you're insufficient funds, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I paid you on the 3rd. How are you here on the end of the month talking about insufficient funds? Why didn't you get it when I paid it to you? And I tried to contact Elizabeth Warren. I wrote her a note in a tweet, but she didn't answer. I mean, I think that's her department, is like financial crap in the public. They gotta fix that, man. Like Amazon used to pretty immediately take out the money, and now they wait around forever, and they screw me up like almost every month, and it's like, I don't know, it's a bad system. I don't have like continuous paychecks all month, so like the stuff needs to get paid when I pay it. And I don't know, like, what is the lag? Why do we have all the computer and the AI? Like, they can't figure that out? It's annoying. Anyway, so yeah, please look at my signs. I'm not really planning on talking about any show, but I might. You never know. Anyway, so last video I made, I was pretty emotional, like super duper, feeling better today. And funny thing is Friday was when I flipped the flip out, and then Sunday, yesterday, I watched a video from the Soul Revolution channel, and the hostess, I guess, is a woman, and she reads tarot cards, and she's an astrologer. So she was talking about the energies, and everybody's always talking about the energies that I watch on YouTube, like the ETs. Probably the Arcturians are the ones I watch the most, and well, just everybody's been talking about it. Other people that I watch that are like the psychic mediums and astrologers and tarot readers and this, that, and the other thing it's the only thing everyone's been talking about. And it has been kind of crazy, but just like in the context of myself, everything always seems crazy. So I'm just not sure like what's going on with other people. I can tell you that I'm not so crazy today. I feel a lot better, but holy moly, there's like hardcore stuff coming in from space. I did find a guy, and I'm gonna link his channel as well, because he talks about metaphysical stuff, but he also talks about astronomy and astrology. So he is talking about stuff that I try to all the time, but I know I'm not expressing it very well. So I'm going to link that. And what the Soul Revolution lady said, I forget her name right now, but she said a lot of things were going to affect people in different areas of life. So she talked about relationships and romantic relationships. And she pretty much described the sequence of events from like my headspace, like my thought process that led me to like go nuts and break it off with my sweetie. I mean, there were issues, definitely. I had some problems. I mean, well, anyway, refer to the previous video if you must. But so like 2 days later, I see this video and she's just describing exactly what I went through. And obviously not just me. This is a general reading on YouTube. This is not a personal reading. And so she talked about the energies too and how they were affecting us. And then the other thing that I was kind of talking about and thinking about that I have been for a while now was energy and vibration, and how we like use them and live with that, and how they affect our lives and the lives of people around us. And it's like part of the whole manifestation thing too. Like, you are a better manifester when you can have your mind and your heart aligned vibrationally, because like your heart can be in one place, but then your mind can be all over the place, and obviously that's not in alignment. Like, one's kind of still and calm, and one's like a bouncing all over the place excited atom or something. Not, you know, not really lining up calmly alongside each other or whatever. So that takes some, if you don't already just know how to do it, you have to like learn how to do it. And there's lots of techniques you can learn. I've watched and listened to a lot of stuff, but I've only ever really applied or tried to like use some of the advice that I've gotten. I've been very fortunate that I just am kind of like, I happen upon, like, accidentally end up like, oh, I'm already doing that, so that's nice. I don't want to say I'm not getting any instruction. I mean, there's no one that I'm visiting. I'm not going to a mystery school. I'm not hanging out with Rosicrucians, like, or anything like that. Or a shaman, although I would like to be. I would like some shamanic instruction from a shaman. Maybe someday. Anyway, they would all say, all of those types of people would say that, you know, for many reasons, to feel better, to accomplish your life better, and to get those things that you want and or aspire to, then you get into this space, this vibrational space of like a headspace, a mindset of like positivity, and then like you have to match it up with your heart, which, you know, it has its own type of intelligence and it's emotional, when you have those in alignment, you generate, I'm not going to go into all of the stuff I saw because I'll never find my way back, but you generate a certain vibration that matches up to a number of things, like depending on what you are after. So it's a good thing that I have been like working on this for a while before this last incident on Friday happened, because at the time, even as I was freaking the freak out, I was trying to, like, I couldn't maintain it continually, like the positive attitude mindset deal, just because my mind would wander away from it. Like, it's a new activity that I need to sharpen my skills on and just practice You know, it's a new exercise, so I'm not good at it. I'm clumsy and weak, and staying focused to maintain it is something I got to work on. But it's fine. So, but that's what I was doing though. Even while I was like freaking out, I was at the same time trying not to freak out as bad and have as bad an episode as. Believe me, it could have been worse. 20 years ago, it would have been worse because I would have reacted and behaved in a completely other way. This is better because for one thing, it's over already. In the past, I would have been like moaning and groaning for 2 or more years about this, and like my life would just be at a standstill, stuck in that whiny mud. So, not perfect at it, but I think it helps. Like, it could have been worse. And I felt crazy the other day, you know, but the whole time I'm like, exercise restraint, calm down, don't do that, watch your words, are you sure you want to say that? And I still said a whole bunch of stuff that it just was the truth, but man, I'm sure I could have edited it better. I really don't know. Maybe I'll revisit it someday. But anyway, I think it's a good thing to pursue though. So one of the things I was watching was this guru guy, and he was talking about vibration and energy and feeling those things, like being able to sense them. And he was talking about something I talk about a lot, which I'm going to call mood of the room theory. And he was talking about being able to sense and feel the room of the mood before you even get in the room. And I was like, yeah, that's like, I was talking about this a couple of weeks ago. It was like manifestation plus, because beyond what you want to acquire for yourself, or even for some altruistic ideal, there's above and beyond. Like, it expands so much more, and the way you sort of manifest what you want, it really depends on how your technique is, I guess. And a big part of that is having your heart and your mind in alignment. And so your heart can be in the right place, but your head could just be all sketchy and emotional and all over the place. Or, you know, your heart could also be a very emotional organ. Like, it has its own type of intelligence, but the two together create a specific type of vibration, and it's conducive to happiness, it's conducive to growth. And so, I mean, I feel like that's what I want. And here's where the the mood in the room theory comes along, because this guy was saying, imagine if it was like everybody in a positive, happy mood, and they wanted to be cooperative with each other and helpful with each other, and just sort of defy everything that we've been doing the way we've been doing it, you know, and get out of the fear mode, get into the love mode, get out of the conditions, get out of the othering of each other, and just think, like, if everybody had the same mindset, things could be better. And so then he went into this whole other thing about ripples, and it made sense, because what he described was a pond, and then a set of ripples start over here, and then another one starts over here, and then the two separate groups of ripples meet, and when they meet, they conjoin and become something bigger and stronger and more. And that's what we're like when we're in alignment with ourselves, and then we're with other people who, like, that's what they want as well. They are aligning their hearts and minds and being positive and loving. And so we're all sending out ripples when we're doing that, and then our ripples are gonna cross streams with other ripples and become larger and more powerful. And he was saying that, I mean, think about it, like that could be viral, but he was saying, like, just think if that just exponentially kept going and it just changed the whole, like, mindset of the planet. Like, here's what I was thinking, like, what if, like, we were doing that, enough people were getting in that mindset and were wanting to, because there's going to be like mass awakenings, and people are going to be moving into these states of minds, and that's how you change the world. To sum up, I'm just going to skip right to it, and it makes sense. Imagine you're on a battlefield and you're fighting, and like you and everybody else around you just feel from each other like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to look at dead people. I don't want to make dead people or wounded people. You know, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have this argument. I don't want to have this dispute. You know, we've been doing this very draining set of routines for centuries, the hating and the fighting and the selfish and the war. And it's like, when things get better, it's like it stops being about doing it for me and what I want, and it's when it becomes doing it for others, and so that everybody can have what they want. That's when things change. And it's like it's a number of steps, I guess, sometimes for some people, but it's once we drop all of the stuff that sort of puts us against each other, and it's all out of the way, then it's like our real selves can be free to like each other and help each other and be loving instead of hateful and helpful instead of harmful. Yeah, I mean, think of it. Would it be so horrible? I don't think so. It sounds pretty good. Like, just imagine, like, on the battlefield, people just dropping those weapons, like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing it to you anymore. I'm not doing it, like, and any other contentious situation, or even situations where people are just happy and getting along, where you can just turn to each other and go, whew, do you feel that? It would just be like everybody's shoulders unclenching at once. Even if your shoulders weren't clenched, that's what I feel like it would be like. Let me do it on time. Better than I did the last time. So I had cards, and I got to the end almost of the video, and then my other camera, there's a storage issue, so it cut out, and it didn't do it as neatly as it did the last time, so I could just call it part 1 and then call this part 2, just starting from scratch. But I was just so amazed that astrology had been leading me around by the nose. When I saw that woman's show, I was like, you just described exactly what I just did, and I didn't take any of the smart, safe steps. I just went blundering in like a big blunderer. I don't know. It wasn't very graceful. It wasn't very artful. It was just sort of brutish. But I had pulled, okay, where is it? One of the cards I pulled, I just saw it, come here. Which one is this? This is the, well, there's one. The Light Seers deck. Yeah. No, this is the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck. What the heck is it? Looks like that, but that ain't the one. I wouldn't have put them away if I would have known that the camera was going to cut out on me. So inconvenient. There it is. So I had pulled this skywriting card, and the subtitle on this one is The Fates. And so what I was saying was that on this card there are runes, and you can see that they're sort of like this one is, it's like there's two that are like this. See, two triangles pointing on each other. And these two have like poles, and I always think that they're like men facing each other with giant noses, but they're having a tete-a-tete, a head-to-head, a face-off. This is so similar, but it's something else, and I don't remember exactly what it is now, except it might be the like battling axes facing off. Here is something that is like a sort of a home. There's another one on here somewhere that's like a stable. It's like a lean-to thing. But I feel like they're crude representations of what potentials there are out there should we achieve this like critical mass of awakening people that are ready to like stop doing stuff the way we've been doing it for centuries and let's try this other thing for a while. And I felt like this was like all of us in those energies, because it's finally occurred to me that like when some feeling comes along that I'll start feeling like empathically that isn't mine, I won't get like their feeling exactly. It'll like attach to some thing of mine, so it'll be like I'm getting upset about something of mine, except I wasn't. It just like this feeling came in from somewhere else, and that's what it latched on to because it needed a way to express. So I don't know why I said that. Well, I hope it makes sense. But while the energies are so crazy, I think that they might hit other people in their personal fields too. Or they might, be affected somehow by something, and that's another hit to your emotional and physical body. But the thing about this is that on this card, the dance is on one foot. The subtitle is Balancing Act. So I feel like right now, especially when you're like in the midst of these energies and you're just like going through, it sounds like even if you weren't going through some stuff of your own or even somebody else's, there was just other people like wars and mega and whatever, flat earthers and round earthers, like whoever's arguing right now or warring or whatever it is, are creating these sort of aggressive, angry energies, and not all of us want to take part in that. And there's just and those people too would also not be unaffected. Like they could be just as vulnerable as everyone else, but they're just in these terrible situations. But the point is that we're all vulnerable, like this soft, pliable plant that's camouflaged, looking like it's dancing, and it's like the energies are so crazy that it's like we're easily pierced and punctured. We're these vulnerable, tender plants, and we are like really soft targets. But it's like, to endure the way it is right now, it's like you're dancing on, well, 1 foot at a time is what it should say. But it's like the floor has become lava in your world, and you just have to Okay, it hurts over here. Nope, do it here for a while. Nope, gotta go over here. Until, you know, things flesh out, things firm up. This form actually firms, and you get like a better idea of the reality of the situation. Like, once changes stop happening so much, and you can kind of get a grip on those that have happened, and you are ready for more realities from the potentials can come to be. Things are more likely to happen, though, when we have the same mood in the room kind of across the whole world, and then positive things and helpful things as opposed to harmful things can manifest. Because really, I mean, underneath, that's what everybody wants. I mean, otherwise, what are you fighting for? You know, if you're fighting, why not just skip the fighting and go right to the thing that you were looking for in the first place, which was, I'm assuming, security, love, understanding, companionship, all of those things that sort of that are cohesive and bring people together, as opposed to these other things that are angry and divisive. Oh my God, I said it that way. I've never said it that way. Well, anyway, that, and they're just like in the way of people getting along and having what they need, and it just becomes this one-upmanship game, and get rid of these people over here because they're in the way because of some reason that doesn't really come to mean much. Like, it's just not a real thing. So I mean, I feel like that's what we're evolving beyond, evolving past. Thank goodness, because I'm bored with it already. I'm just this one lifetime, I'm already bored. Let's do something new. Let's be good to each other so that we can start making our planet beautiful again. Make our planet great again. What do you think of that? Nature and animal haters, stop. Nature and animals love you, dodos. Don't be mean to nature and animals. What's wrong with you? You need those to live. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Oh shoot. I always fold the flaps inside with the cards come out. This is why my packages always look so bad. I'm getting sidetracked. Well, anyway, that's what I've been trying to accomplish with myself, just for sanity's sake, you know, because energies are not, I'm nutball kind of, so I always need to like be calmed way the heck down and stuff. So I think we all have some work to do, but we can work together. And sorry if it sounds corny, but we really do have to get together if things are going to get better. I mean, we think that it can never happen and we can't do it. We need to get over that, because that's what's in the way of things getting better, is us thinking, oh, I can't live with these people and they're ruining everything. And well, also stop blaming other people for stuff. Like, you are also a participant in your life when stuff goes wrong. So that means that doesn't like leave you out of whatever happened. You were there. How did you affect the situation? Did you make what is happening now that you don't want to happen? Is that what you helped make happen, or no? Did you stop it? Let's be real. I haven't watched Dr. Phil's show, but I think one of his taglines is something like that. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know like why people are still blaming other people when they get to be adults. It's like, no, you have participated in that situation, whatever it is. If it went wrong, you're as much to blame as whoever else was there. I mean, I don't know how much more obvious can that be. So yeah, I've been saying we need to give each other a break, and like seriously, we all need to give each other a break. Like, can we all just give each other one free pass? One free, I'm not going to attack that person today. I'm not going to get mad at whatever today. Can we do that for each other? Because if you do it for somebody else, they're going to do it for you. It's going to get paid forward, backward, left, right. It's going to get paid out and given back. And so I know that's hard for people, but man, if everybody's having to do it, then it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Okay. Now I'm tired. So I'm going to stop. I didn't say half of the stuff I said in the other one. I'm just trying to think if I'm missing anything important. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank because I already said I'm tired, so my brain's like, what? You said you're tired, I'm shutting off. Whoa. Don't fall. I think right now we have the potential to, as light workers, or as now I guess we're supposed to say love workers. Either way, if you feel like you have a purpose to help, one way it can be done, and it seems kind of counterintuitive because it's not what we would normally think to do, but as there are mass awakenings, more and more people are going to want to find their soul purpose, find their purpose in life, clean up their act kind of in their behavior, like not be aggressive and competitive and dishonest and all of those types of things that are harmful and not helpful in society. And part of that, coming to terms with that sort of thing, it seems like it just naturally happens that you want to stop your substance abuse so you can think straight, basically, so you can feel better. And feel better, like feel more efficiently, sense more efficiently, but also not feel like hungover or burned out from being awake for too long because of a stimulant, or half falling asleep and burning up your clothes because you dropped your cigarette on it because of a numulant. Because of a dope or something, heroin, that type of thing. But and then you want to like eat better food, so you possibly go vegan or vegetarian or pescatarian, or mainly what you want to do is stay away from the processed stuff. And I was watching something and they're all, don't eat the processed stuff, and then you really don't want to eat the super processed stuff. And I'm like, once you cross the processed Rubicon, it could be XX, barbecue, whatever thing. It's still processed. Like it's you just can't. You're already there. There's no extra more. You're just there in that territory. And it does take a lot of work, actually. You have to get used to eating differently, but you start like cooking for yourself, so you're not eating processed foods, or you're having food from somewhere where they're taking care, not like they're giving you fresh organic food made from scratch and stuff like that, which it's better for us than all of the stuff we're used to, the fast food stuff and like the Doritos that they make so good that you're just all addicted to them. And it's a corn chip shouldn't do that to you. Corn chip shouldn't be like crack. and that's something that can be repaired in a world where people give a shit about each other and the environment, and understand that, you know, paying into that community pot, not a pee-pee one, but a end of the rainbow one, would be like a treasure for the community. And capitalism is like cancer. It's terrible. It's anti-human. It's not humane. It doesn't even, in fact, it encourages you to be inhumane and selfish. It's not good, in my opinion. I mean, I can't change it just by talking about it. It's here. It's gonna change. I don't know how soon. Why is my lighting just changing all colors? Because I'm not doing that. Okay, well, anyway. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't think so. I mean, I think I got my main points across. I was surprised to learn that my behavior was exactly predetermined in a tarot/astrology reading. And now, the space stuff, guys. So I know I talk about, like, sun stuff, like coronal mass injections or solar flares or solar winds and gamma rays. Like, that's just a few. Those are only the ones I just know the names of off the top of my head, and they're happening all the time. And why am I talking about that? Oh, there is a guy I found that has a channel that talks about astrology, astronomy, and metaphysics. And so I'm going to include a link to his video because he gives you a better description and like more fleshed out and just more stuff than I have been talking about, because I hear it but then I can't come back and repeat it very well. So he's got some interesting things to say, and if you've been feeling this stuff, then it gives you some information to like warn you in advance in some cases. And I mean, well, I guess that is the reason that I would want to know first, to have those people tell me. Wow. I'm starting to lose the thread. I should stop. I think I will. I'll try better next time. The fatigue is just slamming me. Maybe because if the weather's been so weird. I went out at like 1 in the afternoon today to ride my bike, and it was like cold in here. I wasn't sure what it was going to be like outside. I just went out in a t-shirt. Turned out it was pretty dang warm outside, but it was cloudy. And then after I'd been out there for about half an hour, and I had about a half an hour more to go, clouds went away, and then it went up like 20 degrees. It got so much hotter. I was like, are you kidding me? I'm not ready for this. But I wasn't, like, I had already decided I was going to go at a leisurely pace. So I wasn't going to try and, you know, I wasn't trying out to, like, to pass anybody up or anything. I just wanted to get some exercise. And really, I call it hot yoga, cycling, because it gets so hot and it was pretty humid. And then I came home and I didn't go to sleep immediately, but I'm feeling it now. I don't know how much longer it's going to be this warm. Eventually, Since yesterday was the equinox, winter, and we just went into fall, but you know that is, I don't know, like when it's gonna stop being fall and start being winter, because fall started a month early, as far as I'm concerned. And what am I still talking for? I'm gonna go. Thank you and good night.